All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 110 of the Sean Lowery Show podcast. I have with me today Andrew Stafford, a celebrity boxing trainer. Let's go. Woo! Andrew Stafford. What I know about you is you've worked with, popular celebrity boxers, Taylor Holder, Noah Beck, Bryce Hall. Is that right? Oh, there you are. But, yeah, man, tell us about yourself. Tell us all about Andrew Stafford.
I was born in Los Angeles,
Okay.
raised here to Jamaican parents.
Okay.
I started boxing at the age of 14. I turned professional at the age of 23, and then I had like a long period where I didn't box, and I started to fight again, and I became a trainer, and I didn't really become a very popular boxer because I didn't have the exposure and the right management
Mm.
to take me to where I needed to go. But I became more popular as a trainer. You know,
Mm.
I started training. I started off with one of my first celebrities. I started off with Mario Lopez. You guys remember a show called Saved by the
Oh, hell
Bell?
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah, Saved
started
by the
working with
Bell.
yeah, so I started working with Mario Lopez, and then from there, I started working with Interscope Records rap artists. And one of the
Okay.
artists' name was Dreezy from Chicago. And
Okay.
and then I worked with Travis Scott,
What?
YG, yeah. So
Dang.
and
That's a
then
hell of a list.
yeah, man. And then it's crazy how I met the TikTokers. So I tell everybody this story. So I'm in traffic, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like 12 o'clock at night. I'm at a stoplight, and I see a Tesla truck. I see this young lady inside this Tesla truck. And she looked over to me, I looked over to her, she rolled down her window, and I rolled down mine. So we start talking. And I started telling her, like, hey, I'm a trainer. I have a gym over here in West Hills. I would like to train you. She's like, okay, well, let me get your Instagram. So I gave her my Instagram. She started following me, and I seen 23 million followers. I said to myself, who the heck are you, right? Guess who it was?
I'm gonna
You-
guess. I'm gonna guess it was Addison Ray. I don't know.
it was
Who
Dixie
was it?
D'Amelio. Dixie.
Oh, dang! Really?
Yeah, it was Dixie. It was Dixie, yeah.
That's
So she was a,
crazy.
yeah, man. So from there it just trickled down. And then the next following week I got invited to a house party, and the house party was at the Sway House. I didn't know it was the Sway House, you know,
Dang.
because this is a younger generation, so I'm like, I don't know anything about no TikTok or anything like that, right? So I meet Taylor Holder, and then from Taylor Holder, I just met the rest of them: Bryce Hall, Noah Beck, Blake Gray, uh, the whole 9 yards, man. And then when they start coming to my gym, I didn't know how popular these kids were until they start posting me, and I'm like, wow. And I
Right.
start getting all these, and then that's how I just blew out the water.
Dang. That's awesome, man. That's like the most genuine story I've ever heard. Roll down the window, talk to a big superstar on TikTok. You don't even know. Go to the
Yeah,
Sway House. Like people kill to get in there, and
yeah, man. So
you're just
yeah,
showing up. That's
yeah,
awesome,
man.
man. And like I'm a huge sports fan. Boxing, like I'm kind of getting into it a little more now in UFC and fighting. But my
Yeah.
producer Pat, he's like a huge boxing fan and a huge like UFC fan. So he was the one that found you and was like so excited to talk to you. So
Okay,
Pat,
cool.
Pat, say what's up because Pat's here too.
Andrew,
Pat, what's up,
Yeah.
champ?
what's going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited to
How
talk
we
to you
doing? How
guys,
we
man.
doing?
Doing
Yeah.
great, man.
Yes,
Doing
sir.
great.
Of course.
So you met Dixie D'Amelio, got you to the Sway House. Did you ever meet? Yeah, you didn't know how big that like these people were, right? But you said you noticed
No.
it. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how famous they are, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't I had no clue, man. And it's just I just look at it as a big blessing, man. Because before then, I was actually homeless, man. Like I was homeless, like literally,
For
like
real?
Yeah, I was homeless like literally like 2.5 years ago, bro. And then all of a
Dang,
sudden, the universe just changed around. It just my life just changed. You know what I mean? I just never gave up. No matter how
that's
low my
wild.
circumstance was. Yeah, man. So
That's
like
wild. And like, was this at a red light, by the way?
it was at a red light, man. In West
Dang.
Hollywood. Yeah.
That's awesome.
At
Yeah,
a red
Wow.
light, man. What if that light would have been yellow? You would have went through it. Your life would be on a different path.
Uh, I probably would. I would say so. You know what I mean? I would say so. I mean, I believe in destiny. It was just destiny. And I always loved Dixie for that. We still stay in contact. I train her boyfriend Noah Beck a lot. Uh, we just they're like little sisters and brothers to me, man. So you
That's
know, I'm,
incredible. That's
I'm ready.
such a good crew to get in with, man. And
Yeah,
they care about boxing. They care about that,
yeah,
and like
yeah,
that's where your value comes in because you said 14, you were crushing it. Like,
yeah.
but your problem was the exposure. You said,
It's just a problem with the exposure. You know how social media is now. You do one thing, you go viral, gets millions of views, and then all of a sudden you're just. I mean, look at Jay Paul, man. I tell people this: Jay Paul really can fight. He's been to my gym a couple of times. We did a YouTube video together and stuff like that. And he can fight, man. People don't want to give him this credit. He can fight. He just at the stage where they building him and to where he can fight a notable boxer. But he really has the tools though, man. He's a good fighter, and he's a good dude too.
what about the Bryce Hall, the Taylor Holder?
Austin,
They're not on his level, right? But are they any? They're any good?
you know what? Two different type of styles of fighting. Bryce is Bryce is more like I got like you have to kill me to beat me type of mentality. And Taylor Holder, he has a lot of skills, a lot of skills. He has the goods to do something in YouTube boxing. You know, I tell people this all the time. People want to question me about their fights that they had down there in Miami. I said, look
Hmm.
here. Anytime you put like you put these guys in front of millions of people in their first time in a
Yeah,
boxing match,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like you're going to like have some nerves going to take control of you because you don't have the
right,
experience.
right.
For them to get up there and do that tells a lot about their character and a lot about their heart. So you cannot take that away from them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, you obviously got to give him credit. And that whole like, what was it? It was called the Battle of the Platforms. That whole event.
battle
Like, how do you
platform,
think
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
How do you think that whole thing went?
Well, I guess you guys already know how it went as far as like nobody getting paid and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That's wild.
I know Austin personally too. I'm pretty sure you guys seen like me and him was going back and forth and stuff like that. He's actually I like Austin, man. He's a good guy, man. It's just I think uh he thought it was gonna do more because of the numbers that these individuals had as far as the followings they had behind them. And I think he kind of oversold himself. I mean, because the event did make money. Because I
Hmm.
don't know if you guys heard, but it did generate 13, $14 million. But here's where the problem lies at. Even though if the event made $14 million, you still have fighters that you promised 5 million to, which is Bryce
Yeah.
and Nick.
They're, I was
Yeah,
gonna say they
Yeah,
were each supposed to be get like at least 5 million, right?
yeah, absolutely.
and you got
Yeah, so
expenses there,
So
and
I mean that's a hefty bill to pay up to when
dude,
you know
yeah.
my wife never
It's
watched a boxing match in her life, but she was interested in it, and she streamed it for
really.
free.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny, man. That's
I'll
funny
put
as
her.
hell.
I'll put her on the spot. It was available for free, which is,
Right,
probably an issue, something they had to look
right,
out for. But I heard
right.
James Harden put 2 mil into it.
Oh
Uh,
man, bro, you know what? And I didn't even know James Harden was an investor of the whole thing until later on. Because I'm the inside guy of a lot of this stuff.
right.
Like before the fight even got announced, Austin was coming to my gym, popping up to my gym in his Lambo. get Bryce to fight me, man. Why he scared? That motherfucker scared, man. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what you want me to do? He's like, man, I give you $60,000 right now, man. You get him to sign the contract. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll try. Because, at first, Bryce wasn't, he didn't want to do it. It wasn't like he was scared or anything like that. It was just like Bryce had other things going on. You know what I mean? But
Right.
but I guess they finally made it happen. But going back to the James Harden situation, bro, that's a hard man. That was
So he put in $2 million and didn't get it back.
Oh,
That's essentially right. I mean, he's making a lot of money. I mean, but no matter how rich you are, $2 million, that's investments are risky, but like, yeah, there was him. And then who performed? It was it Lil Baby or something?
And I think, did it Migos? The Migos?
Okay. Did they get paid? I think they probably got paid.
I think Migos was with Logan and Floyd. I think they performed for that one.
Okay.
I don't know if they might have done both, but I think Migos was Logan's
DJ Khaled was there though.
Dang. I'm sure he got paid. But yeah, if you bring in 14 mil and then you got to pay each fighter 5 mil, that's like 30 mil right there. So you're already short. And then you got to pay the venue. Yeah, you got to pay the venue. You got to you're just short. You're just like, it just too many people streaming it for free. Like my wife.
Hey man, bro, that's crazy, man. You know what? I think, my opinion, I think he should have priced it instead of it was $60, I believe. I think he should have priced it at like $19.99. If you would have priced it at $19.99, more people would have. I think it would have made more. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think Barstool does a great job of doing that when they have their rough and rowdy fights. They make it really cheap, and it's like all these I don't even know what to call these people that come on and put boxing gloves on, but it's very entertaining. And I'm not gonna lie, I buy them sometimes. It's like $20, so why not?
$20.
Like $20, yeah.
Yeah, and you also have to think too. A lot of Bryce and Taylor and all those TikTokers, the majority of their fans are they're teenagers,
Right.
So
yeah,
they don't have $60, and if they do, they got to ask their dad for a credit card or whatever, their mom, and they're like, I'm not giving you a credit card for this. Like, yeah. So it's a little bit of a miscalculation on the marketing. Like, we got all these eyeballs, all these people are going to watch it, all these people are going to pay $60. If you do the math, hey, you'll make 5 mil, you'll make 5 mil, I'll make 5 mil. James Harden will make his money back, but it just didn't play out like that, right?
Yeah, man. You know what though? And I believe this time right now is a humbling time for Austin, because I don't think he's a bad guy, and I think things just got. He thought it was gonna do bigger than what it was, because the event actually did do good. It's just he probably promised guys a little bit way too much money.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. A learning experience.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he just said, okay, everybody get like, $500,000. That's a lot of money, bro. Like, you have fighters that have been fighting for 15, 20 years, ain't even fought up to a $200,000 purse. You know what I mean? You got these guys fighting for their first time ever, and they're getting $5 million, $2 million. You guys don't understand how many fighters was calling me like, Andrew, how you support this shit? And these are guys that have been fighting 10 or 15 years. You know what I mean? So they're like, they're angry. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's a business, man. Let this teach you. Let this teach you that build your social media following. Have your team build you, because at the end of the day, it's about who can sell tickets, who can put asses in seats. It's not about you being a good fighter anymore. You could be an okay fighter,
be a good marketer.
That's it.
Dang. So do you think it's good for the sport?
Yeah, it's good for the sport because it's bringing eyes back on boxing. Because at first, MMA was taking over for a long time, and now everybody putting their eyeballs back on boxing. Look what especially with Jay Paul. Like, come on, man. Like, he.
Do you think it's good? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's good for the sport, or do you think it's better for entertainment purposes of boxing?
Entertainment purposes.
But I think like the whole like celebrity stuff like coming in kind of plays down the sport of boxing a little bit, but like so much better for entertainment. Like these two people you would never even think that would be fighting each other are now right in front of your screen with millions of people around them. Everyone's talking to it. Celebrities are flocking to Miami. But on the other side, you have fighters who've been training since they've been 3 years old, you know, to be in a spot that they would kill to be in, that these celebrities are in. And I think they kind of get gypped a little bit, but I think it's better for entertainment purposes than it is for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Because I got to remind you guys, I was that fighter who was a struggling fighter who trained hard every day in the gym, and I would fly to places like Mexico and fight for nothing. You know?
Yeah.
And you just do that to build your profile, build your record.
Yeah,
that's why you go to Mexico.
Yeah, well, it's because usually fighters go down there, you know, to build their record, but also, you know, you want to get known in other places too. You know what I mean?
Build a following.
Right.
Build a following.
Yeah, exactly. But most fighters, man, they don't care about the money. They just like fighting, bro. I was one of those guys. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care if I had 2 nickels in my pocket. I just want to fight.
And dang, if you were like in the NBA, you could get drafted to a team. They would do all the promotion for you. You just got to go play. But like for boxing, you have to promote yourself, right? That's the big difference between that sport. First, even golf. Golf, there's a tournament. If you never promote yourself, but you just make the U.S. Open and you win, like you're gonna get recognition. But boxing, you need to actually get the fight, and that's hard.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The thing about boxing, you got to have easy fights in the beginning in order to build your record. If you see guys 16 and 0 with 15 knockouts, majority of the time that those knockouts are by guys that they're supposed to beat, you know? And then you fight the hard fights later on when the money's worth it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even when Mike Tyson these guys was coming up, they had easy fights in the beginning, you know? And then they got harder and harder as, you know.
Because then you sell the fight. You sell the fight 18-0 versus 18-0. Like 2 undefeateds. Yeah.
Yeah. So like even now you see like building yourself up kind of from the bottom to the top. Do you think that kind of this is the route Jake Paul took on the way to his professional career? You see, he kind of has like the more easier fights. He's winning those. And then now he's like fighting Tyron Woodley this weekend, which, by the way, can we get into that a little bit?
Yeah, of course, but we talk about that all day.
Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, Sunday, August 29th, live on pay-per-view.
You know, I know Tyrone. I know both guys. Of course, they're bringing Tyrone in to he's supposed to be a stepping stone for Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Is this fight harder than his last previous fights? I believe so. Will Jake Paul win? Honestly, I believe he should win because on paper, he's saying he should win. Reason being, he's younger and he's naturally bigger. And Tyron Woodley he's really an MMA fighter. He's not a he has the better stand-up skills than what's his name? Ben Askren? Is that the guy's name?
Askren, yeah.
Yeah. So this should go in Jay Paul's favorite, you know.
Because I think it's going to be a lot more even than everyone thinks. And you're probably the first one that said you think Jake's going to win from everyone that I've talked to. Everyone's all pro Woodley. Like I put on my Instagram story today, who do you think is going to win, Paul or Woodley? It's like 72 to whatever. Like everyone in favor of Woodley. But
no, but
yeah,
the reason
I
why
think it's good.
I just seen the improvement that Jake has been doing, man. Like I've seen him spar with like good professionals, man. Like he sparred with my boy Lewis Rose, who's like 18-2, bro, and he's been in the ring with everybody. He had a lot of amateur fights. I seen him hold his own with Hunter, like all these guys, man. And I'm like, okay, he's looking impressive, you know. You guys have to be in the gym, actually see him sparring with the professionals. And then he got Vic Lords as his trainer, and then he got Jalen Love in his corner, man. You know, Jalen Love was signed to Mayweather. I think is he still signed to Mayweather? And he's a good friend of mine too, man. So he got a good team, you know.
A name like Tyron Woodley, that's just makes him look even better. Plus, everyone wants to watch, but it's not his natural sport. Like MMA is his sport, right? So, like Jake Paul. Okay, so you pick Jake Paul.
I pick Jake
Pat,
Paul.
You think Woodley, Pat?
I don't think Woodley. I think it's going to be Paul by decision, just because So this is my reasoning for it. Woodley's obviously a knockout artist. He's not new to the fighting game, but his whole life he's been training to do the opposite. It's to get someone on the ground, to ground and pound them, you know, knock them out any way you can, whether it's fists, elbows, knees, legs, whatever you got to do. But Jake Paul has been training only boxing, and he's been doing it the right way. He has the right team around him. He does the right things, and he's been doing this 3-year gradual buildup. But the only thing I don't like about the whole celebrity thing is, so, say Jake Paul loses, he'll be like, "Oh, congratulations, you beat a Disney kid," and Tyron kind of called him out for that. But like, he's not a Disney kid anymore. He's an actual boxer. Like, he's here to do the damn thing. And I don't know. It should be interesting, but I say Paul by decision, just because he's been doing it the right way from the bottom to the top.
And he's been working, and he works his ass off, man. Works his ass. He's dedicating his life to this sport, and he's not playing around with it. Not playing around.
No, he's top of the line training, eats the right food, does the right things.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it should definitely be interesting. What about you, Sean? Who do you think?
I mean, dude, like I said, I'm not the pro, but I mean, I kind of second what all you guys said. Jake Paul, dude, I mean, I like the entrepreneur angle as far as like how hard you have to go in business. Dude, Jake Paul has built himself up from nothing through social media. Like, I know how hard that is. And like he's done that at an extremely high level. Dude, he has some pretty freaking good rap songs. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's not just easy to put together those music videos. Like, this guy seems like everything he gets into, he goes a hardcore at it. And the fact that you guys say that he's been training that hard, plus he's younger, plus, I mean, Andrew said that this is supposed to be one of his easy wins, and he gets to beat a big name. And for the average fan like me, I don't know that Tyron Woodley is like UFC versus boxing. I mean, I know now, but if I'm not paying attention, you just hear that he beats this big star. But like, that seems like a smart play to him. Like, keep building up his thing, and he's smart and he works hard. So like, dude, I got to give it to him. Plus, he's jacked, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Oh, go ahead.
You guys have to understand, it's a business. In order for you to keep the fans, feeding the fans, you got to have impressive wins. And by you gaining those impressive wins, you got to put opponents in front of the money guy, which is Jake, for him to look good. Right?
Yeah.
So they're building them, and then in this next fight, next 2 or 3 fights, they're going to be harder. He might end up fighting somebody really big you don't even know. He's talking about fighting Cal for the next 3 or 4 years or something like that. You know.
You want to hear my prediction? You want to hear my prediction for one of his fights that's going to be coming up? I think this kind of seems kind of obvious. In the next 5 years, Jake Paul versus Logan Paul.
His brother?
Why not?
I mean, when in boxing have you seen two brothers fight
That would
each
be
other?
like their grand finale, like
right.
before they
You
take
ever-
off into the sunset.
Have you ever seen the Klitschko brothers fight each other?
No.
The Klitschko's? No. Vladimir
Okay.
Klitschko's a lunatic, though.
You know, I know
Yeah,
who
no.
was.
But they
That's
big
like
carriers,
Nick versus Nate Diaz. Like that, it'll never happen.
Hey,
But
that's what.
realistically, I think that if Jake KOs Tyron Woodley, his next fight will be Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury. Oh man, you know what? That'd be a good.
Who
fight.
is playing? Who? Because Tommy's been coming after Jake, and he's actually fighting on Jake's undercard this Sunday.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot
So-
the guy that he's. You know what? I forgot the guy that he's fighting, but he reached out to me through Instagram.
It's not Anthony Taylor, is it?
Yeah, I think it is Anthony Taylor. Yeah.
Anthony Taylor.
Yeah. He reached out to me. He wanted to. I guess he wanted to do some type of content, but I got to get back to him on that. You know. So
Yeah, no, I think
Get
I
back
think,
to you're in this world, man. You like
yeah,
you got a special position.
Oh yeah,
Being in
man.
this,
You
in
know,
this fun world.
It kind of like I fell into it on accident, bro. Like I didn't purposely look for it, man. Let's rewind. Like I never knew who Dixie was. I never knew who Taylor Holder or Bryce or any of these guys were. You know, and then
yeah, for sure.
it just.
Do you actually like go on like TikTok now and like swipe and like look at all their posts and stuff like that, or not really?
Yeah, sometimes I do. You know, sometimes I do. You know, but did you guys?
You're
see
more
the press conference?
maybe you're more looking at Addison or something like that.
Oh no, I don't.
The
I
press
really don't pay attention.
conference.
I know y'all saw the press conference, right? Y'all see me wilding.
Yeah,
out a
with
little bit?
the big fight.
Why do you think? Because
Yeah, man. That was a lot of fun, you know. So look, I believe there's gonna be another one. Not with Social Gloves, of course, but it's gonna be another one. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
there's gonna be another one. I think KSI. No, not KSI, but I believe Gibbs. Bryce wanted to fight Gibbs. You know. So
Really?
yeah, Bryce wanted to
He's
fight
still
Gibbs.
is Bryce still training?
Yeah, Bryce still training. He's still training. He's Bryce is Bryce, man. he's crazy, man, but he's a good guy though, man. What I love about Bryce so much is his determination and his willpower, man. He don't care if you're hitting him with a 4x4, man. He's gonna keep going, you know. He don't care, man. You know.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Speaking of that, could you elaborate a little bit more on like when you're training somebody, like what is their mindset that they have to have in order to be a boxer?
In order for you to be a fighter, one, the will to win, two, discipline. Those two, the will to win and discipline. You know?
That's the recipe right there.
Yeah. That's the
Discipline
key.
and
That's
discipline in what sense? Like in the ring or out of the ring or both?
both. Meaning with your diet, your living habits, if you're partying, you got to cut out the partying. No alcohol.
Just self-discipline.
Yeah.
Bread and
it's
butter right
hard.
there.
It's hard, but if you want it, those are the things you got to do in order for you to become a good fighter, a great fighter, actually.
Yeah, man. 100%.
This sport you can't play with. You got to take it 100% serious. If you don't, man, you can die in it, man. You know, and you can be beat. You know, if you very badly if you don't take it serious. Like I don't know if you guys remember the biggest upset in boxing with Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson. You guys remember that?
Look at Buster coming back. Did he fight to the legs of Mike? I don't know. He's got him again. Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at this. He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career. Mike Tyson hits the canvas. He's in big Unbelievable!
A little before my time, but yeah, I know the story.
Yeah, he suffered his first loss. This is when Mike Tyson's on top of the world, 38-0, 37-0 with 33 knockouts. Buster Douglas is the underdog, 42-1. The odds are so big they wouldn't even put up the odds in Vegas for the fight. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. That's how lopsided it was. But
wow,
Mike Tyson lacked discipline. He was out in Japan having sex with the girls in the hotel. He was out partying with Bobby Brown and Buster Douglas. He was focused. His mom had passed away 3 weeks prior. So he was like, and the whole world is telling you you're gonna get your ass whooped. And then that's just more fuel to your fire. Like everybody's telling you you're gonna get knocked out. And he's been in that fight and he knocked Mike Tyson out.
Dang.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. All right, so mindset, of course, discipline, and just that fierce intensity, of course. All right, so if you're training like me, like I'm a pretty good athlete. I played a lot of sports, like, and I love football. I love hitting in football, but like, I've never been a big fan of like punching or getting punched in the face. Yeah, like I love hitting. I love tackling. I'm not scared of contact. I'm not scared of fiercity, but like I do have a little bit of like, even in baseball, like I was good, but I was better at fielding because like, I don't know, I was kind of, I admit it, I'm a wimp. I was kind of scared to get like pegged by that like 70-mile-per-hour fastball. Like, what would you say to overcome a fear of that specific fear?
To be honest, man, repetition, just keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. It never goes away your first or second time. It's just continuously. You know, the fear will always be there, even with all the experience that you gain from boxing and training and competing. The fear will always be there.
Yeah.
What happens is you learn how to suppress the fear, because fear is like a flame. You let it get out of control or you tame it. And by me going through it so many times, I learned how to tame it. You know, the fear is always going to be there. So
repetition and facing fear. There's this movie Green Street Hooligans. It's got the dude from Lord of the Rings in it, but it's a fighting movie. And one of the quotes from the movie I always remember is like, he's like, you think your face is so fragile. He's like, but once you get punched in the face 1,000 times and your bones are still intact, you learn like you're fine if you get punched in the face. And when I saw that, I was like, dang, all right, I'm about to go fight someone because like,
yeah, man.
You just got to get over it.
You get over it. But what boxing teaches you, let's take the violence out of the aspect. Let's take the fighting out of the aspect. But what it teaches you worldly things, like worldly, how to survive in this world, meaning how to deal with fear, how to control your emotions.
Yeah.
How to, that's one of the biggest things, because a lot of us human beings, we don't know how to control our emotions.
I feel like staying composed is a huge part of it.
100%. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's what boxing teaches you, man. And one of the biggest ones to me is fear. Because in life, not just the fighting aspect of it, fear ruins a lot of us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You just think about it. How many times people say, you know what? I don't think I can do this. What happened if I don't make it? That's fear. You
against yourself at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So that's one of the biggest things that boxing has helped me throughout my whole life. Is the fear aspect of anything that I'm doing.
Dang, that's amazing, man. I mean, that's such an important life lesson. Tell us kind of more about on this topic a little bit. Like, you said you were homeless like a couple years ago. Like, how did you like get into that? How'd you like overcome that? I mean, you said you rolled down the window at the red light, and that was kind of a turning point in your life.
That was a turning point, yeah.
But like,
what led to?
What'd you learn? Yeah, what led to it, and what had you learn from it?
Well, what happened was, I was in a very toxic relationship, and due to the toxic relationship, I left the apartment that me and the young lady was staying at, and I slept in my car. I held my pride. I could have went back home to my mom, but I didn't want to hear, I told you so about that girl and all this stuff. So I just I just did it, you know. But I wouldn't change that experience for nothing in the world, because what that did was it prepared me for now. It prepared me for now. It prepared me for uh uh it prepared me to be humble. It when it comes to like the limelight, celebrity limelight, it's not getting to my head and things of that nature. So
That's
and
huge.
just yeah, man. So because I remember those moments, like okay, if I catch a little bit of air coming back to my body, and then that and me being in the car come right back to me, like you remember using that car, you were using that car, Andrew. Then I'm like, okay, back to being humble again.
That's huge. And that's actually a big thing with like a Lindsay Lohan, a Macaulay Culkin, like people who are famous as kids, they like struggle as they got older because like they never had that experience to like humble them. So when they hit their success, they could like look back on it. Do you think like a Bryce Hall or Taylor Holder, somebody who's had success so young, like if they ever in 5-10 years go down a hole, that they'll be able to overcome it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like all of us, man, we all go through learning experiences, and I think this event has humbled a great deal. You know,
True.
like it was humbling for everybody, right? Shoot,
Yeah.
man, just think about it. You train so hard, and you walk away from other brand deals because you're training for this fight, and
Yeah.
think you're going to get paid this amount of money, and then you don't,
Dang.
and then yeah, man, that's just a humbling
That's
experience,
actually a great
man.
point. That's a great point. Like he can always recall that. Like
Yeah,
anyone who's successful when they're young, you fear that they're not going to learn that, but they kind of
yeah,
learn that in this experience, and
absolutely.
that
And
that's good.
plus, plus the losses too. That's humbling too. You know what I mean? So,
Right,
anytime,
right. Not only
yeah,
did they
yeah,
not make money, they also lost.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I tell people this. I wasn't there the last 30 days of the fight, so they trained with Ryan Garcia's dad the last 30 days of the fight. So, uh,
How'd you feel about that?
I mean, I was hurt from it, but I understood
Yeah.
why they did it. They did it more so for it was a business move that they made, and I respect them for that. I'll always respect them, because without them, the world wouldn't know about me. So I can't, you know, I'm always thankful for them. That's
I
it.
feel that. I feel that. Yeah, that's that. No, I like that you said that. Like you were hurt by it, but like you
Yeah, of
still
course.
love them because like that's the best attitude to have. Of course, no hard feelings.
Yeah, because without even I wouldn't care if they were famous or not famous. They like my little brothers. I love those guys, man. Uh, because like I told you in the very beginning, I never knew who they were. I never knew
Hmm.
how big
Right. So
they
you don't
were.
look at them on this like big famous pedestal. You just know them as an individual, and they
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
appreciate that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I know Taylor's mom. I know his dad. So I I've had full blown conversations with his family. So it's more than just me being a trainer and business. It's a I look at him as like my family. So
Yeah, I'd imagine that being a really special relationship,
yeah,
between a trainer and
yeah,
and a boxer, because all that discipline you talked about, like the guys out partying, you're like, hey man, we talked about this, I can't be with you every second, you know.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. That's amazing. It's been an incredible story. You got any other questions, Pat, on all this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit 'em.
Hey, so are you currently training anybody?
Uh, at the moment, I'm not, but I will be. Well, we're gonna have this possible event coming up with producers fighting each other. So,
Oh,
so one of the producers that I'm going to be training very soon. His name is Hughes. He's part of the 808 Mafia. I don't know. 808 Mafia is very big.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah, I
big.
know
Like
them.
they've done all Drake stuff, everything. So
Oh
it's crazy.
shit. So the rap game's getting involved now.
yes.
And I think which color is gonna be part of this event too. Blueface.
Who?
You know
Who'd you
Blueface,
say?
right?
Blueface.
I don't know him. No.
Blueface. Well, he just recently had a fight, right? And he won.
Bare knuckle, yeah.
Oh.
Jeez, yeah. All right,
And
let me ask. I got one last question for you.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. If you could step in the boxing ring with any celebrity, who would you choose?
Man, who's the biggest name out there?
The Rock.
I'll fight him if you fight me. And you know what? You know what? I got the fans are asking me to fight KSI's trainer.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been asked to fight him, but I haven't heard too much from his management or anything like that. But if you called someone out and they responded and they said, yeah, let's do it, you would do it 100%, or only depending on what the contract says? Of course, it's his business, you know.
Yeah.
I'm at that stage to where it got to make sense, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not fighting nobody's backyard for free anymore.
Yeah, you're not going back down to Mexico anymore.
I'm not fighting third world. I'm not going to third world countries fighting in a gymnasium, man, to get my hands wrapped inside of a prison bathroom. No, I can't do that anymore, bro.
But there's no one you would ever turn down in a fight.
Oh no,
because like there's anyone.
I'm a fighter at heart, man. I'll fight anybody.
Anywhere, anytime, any place. Bring it. Andrew Stafford's ready for you.
All right, we'll get you out there. We'll get you fighting. The Rock.
Hey man, I want to say this. I love your podcast, man. I love your energy, man. Both you guys, man. You guys got that bubbly personality like I do, man. And man, you guys keep rocking, man. And you, man, Sean, you the future, man. I'm telling you, man. They're not ready for you, man. You're the next podcast gonna be on the map, brother.
Let's go.
Hey.
I'll be in the fight of the podcasters.
Yeah, man.
me versus Joe Rogan. Let's go.
You know, I was just about to bring up Joe Rogan too, man.
I'm gonna need some training. Let me tell you that right now. So
I got you, brother, man. I can tell you quick on your feet, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm athletic. I just never played. I never boxed. So I need some training. But let's go, Joe. I'm taller than Joe Rogan. I probably got longer reach. You know,
man, come down to LA, man.
I gotta train. Bring it on, man. Joe Rogan. Let's go.
There we go, man. There we go.
Awesome, dude. All right. Do you want everyone to go follow you on social media? Tell everyone where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Staff_boxing. My TikTok, Staff_boxing. My YouTube, Andrew Stafford. Follow the whole thing, man. I got something big in the future coming for all you guys. You know, his podcast is dope. Thank you, Reese, man. I love you guys, man. You guys have a good day, man, and God bless.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
We'll link it all up on YouTube, and I'll sign us off. Thanks, everyone, for watching 110, the Sean Lowery Show. Joe Rogan, you're next. Bring it on. Battle the Podcast. And Andrew Stafford, you're going to be my trainer. The best trainer there is for boxing out there. Thanks, everyone, for listening.